This is a video about hooking up your DIY Guy 999 soundboard to a loader. This is based on the default L-120H front loader configuration that can be downloaded via the web flasher. If you go to that web page, it will show you what connections to make. I'm just going to show you how to make them on here. This protective case can be removed if you want to access the board underneath. If you do, it basically just looks like this. And the parts are maybe perhaps labeled a little bit easier to see, but this does kind of keep it protected. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to hook up the battery, which is through those connections right there. To do that, we're going to have to remove the ESP32 chip. So to do that, what you want to do is you want to grab the bottom and you're going to put fingers on either side of the chip. You're going to very slowly back and forth move it up. You want to make sure you're moving it evenly, not pulling one end over the other. So right in the middle, but you're just going to wiggle back and forth and then it will pop right out. So while we're here, let's go over a few parts. This little screw right here is going to be volume control once you get running. These are again your battery connections. Positive is the outside one, negative is the inside one. Don't get those wrong. These are light connections. These are an LCD dashboard connection. These are for a trailer connection. If none of these make sense, go to the DIY Guy 999 web page and it will describe them a little bit better. These are reverse tail light and other light connections. This connection right here we won't need if you hook it up the correct way. And these are ESC controls mainly. However, this connection right here will go to the receiver, as we'll see. So once that's done, what we're going to do, we're going to loosen these two screws. We're going to take our battery connection, and there's a little hole there. And put it in, tighten it, give it a good tug to make sure it's in there. Same with the ground. So again, red is on the outside, ground is on the inside. The battery, by the way, powers the amplifier, so that's what controls what gets sound. Your receiver is actually going to be powered by an ESC that is also plugged into this board. Okay, now that we have that on, we're actually going to put the ESP32 chip back on. You need to be as careful putting it on as you did taking it off. The first thing you do, you notice these two rows of black square pins. You're just going to set the ESP32 onto both sets of pins. You check both sides and make sure all of the pins go into a black square hole. And then once you're sure of that, you're just going to again push down gently and straight down, and basically as far as it can go. And that's what it will look like. Okay. Next, we are going to plug in. Let's go ahead and plug in the receiver. So I have here a 10-channel receiver. As it turns out, for the front loader, you can actually get away with a 6-channel receiver because you only need 5 channels to do functions on the loader itself if you include a quick disconnect. The other channels are actually sent through the iBus connection. And so you can have a channel 7 and a channel 9 sent from your transmitter that will be sent through this to the soundboard, which will control things such as lights. So looking at this, as you can see here, we have the signal connection. That's the one on the right. Red is in the middle, that's power, and then ground is black. So in my case, the signal wire is brown. We're going to go to the soundboard. You can see, as you know, most standards are white is signal. So It goes into this slot, then red. And of course my signal came out. That's okay. If you have a standard servo wire instead of individual connections, makes it a lot easier. But there you go. So signal, power, and then ground into that connection. The next connection we're going to make is the ESC for the drive motors themselves. So my loader's in a little bit of disrepair, but basically that ESC controls the loader moving. We're going to plug this into the soundboard, and what the soundboard is going to do through the ESP32, it's going to control the speed. This allows for what's called virtual inertia. So, and it also allows for the brake lights and reverse lights to work correctly. So, using the same normal coloring scheme, we're going to plug it into this one that's 2 connections over from the receiver. There should have come with the soundboard a picture, and as you can see, this matches up to the soundboard. So you can see there's the receiver connection we just made. Now we're making a connection to the throttle ESC. So there we go. Okay.